Hey everyone, Xbox Game Pass is getting an upgrade. We've listened to your feedback, and now you have even more freedom to choose how you play the games you want.
Get out of the street, you fucking bum!
We're also adding 2 new partner subscriptions. With Ultimate, you'll now have access to Ubisoft Plus Classics in addition to EA Play. And Fortnite Crew will be added in November. All 3 plans are designed to give you more value, more rewards, and more ways to play than ever before. And however you like to play, Xbox Game Pass has a plan that's right for you, because this is how we play now. Because this is how we play now.
You know, I've had this internal debate going on in my head for a long time, trying to decide what is the most abused fan base in modern video gaming. And some of the obvious names will pop up into my head, like Blizzard, Bungie, Call of Duty fans, stuff like that. But after this year, I think I'm gonna give that honor, it's not honor, that honor, in quotes, to Xbox player base, because my God, being an Xbox fan now is almost like an exercise in sadomasochism. Like, I make jokes about how certain communities, being a part of certain communities, ones that I'm in, is an exercise in just self-torture. Like, being a Kingdom Hearts fan is painful as a joke. But I sincerely mean it when I say that I think being an Xbox faithful is an exercise in sadomasochism. Because Xbox, I don't know if this is just a thing with the higher ups now at Microsoft, or if Satya Nadella just he like loves watching the Xbox faithful go into this frenzy, like he's walking over to a hornet's nest and then kicking it or stabbing it, and then watching the hornets just go brrr, while he watches from far away with a big beekeeper outfit on, and he can just stand there and just go ha 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 while watching the Xbox faithful go fucking nuts by the latest stab wound in the back that they have from this brand that has asked them to be patient and loyal for goddamn 12 years now, ever since the downfall of this brand really began back in the Xbox One days. Because make no mistake, the Xbox One generation was hellish. I mean, I'm not an Xbox faithful, but I knew quite a few people who were in that community, and I felt genuinely sorry for them, because some years it was like a dry spell. You would maybe get one mediocre game every 6 to 7 months, and that was it, because Xbox's management at the time was total dog shit. Well, I say at the time, it's still dog shit, but it was especially dog shit during the Xbox One days. What's so sad is that the Xbox Series X and S gen had quite a bit of potential, and this whole generation, they have just proceeded to butcher any kind of potential that they had, and this has really just been accelerated over the last few years, and it has been really accelerated this year with some of the things that Microsoft Gaming wearing Xbox as a skin suit has done. So, if you haven't heard, there have been some changes to Game Pass. Brace yourself if you haven't heard this one and would like to play day one games on your console, because now, if you want to play day one Xbox published games on Game Pass, you know, the thing that you subscribed to Game Pass for from the moment it started, you're gonna have to pay $30 a month now. Gone are the days of you spending $15, even $20 now on this service. No, bitch, you are gonna have to pay $30 a month. That's right, $360. Xbox $360 per fucking year to enjoy playing games day one on Game Pass. If you don't want to do that, well, we have other subscriptions for you. But if you want the real reason to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass on console, $30 a month. And good lord, it's just this is insane. It is insane how much Xbox is just putting on their stiletto boots and just stepping on the you know who I feel sorry for? I feel so sorry for the loyal people who love the Xbox console, who don't want to go play on PC, who can't afford to build a PC to play certain games at a reasonable frame rate, like Hellblade 2 or Call of Duty, whatever. They love consoles. They want to be on a console and they want to subscribe to your service that you have made the epicenter of your whole console identity these past 7-8 years that Game Pass has been around. Well, fuck them, because they're not good enough now. Now we need $360 a year from them now. The price of at least 5 big AAA games. You're gonna have to give that to Xbox if you want to enjoy day one games on Game Pass on console now. What a slap in the face to all these people who were patient as shit during the shitty Xbox One days. The people who had hope, they had hope in their eyes. Their eyes glittered with hope that Xbox was actually going to do something and be competitive this generation after buying a shitload of studios. And then to just go, nope, sorry, we suck now. We're no longer Xbox. We are Microsoft Gaming. And you're gonna like it, and you're gonna pay out the butt if you want to enjoy Xbox on console with Game Pass. And this, again, just goes to show, Xbox is like a masterclass in terrible messaging. I mean, they really should bring in these people from Xbox, put them in charge of teaching a course on college campuses on how not to market their products, because Xbox seems to be changing its message every single year, or at least every other year, and now it feels like every year, it feels like every 9 to 6 months they switch up their message and it's something completely different and progressively dumber. It went from, hey, we're gonna buy studios in order to compete with PlayStation and build a great lineup of exclusives. Then it changed to, when everybody plays, we all win, which is, in my opinion, the fucking stupidest marketing slogan I have ever heard. And this is a little aside, I personally despise that Xbox was so shit at making and selling games that they tried to, the message they tried to send out to their apostles and have them repeat it is say dumb things like, exclusives are bad for gaming, and, oh, PlayStation is being a big meanie for not letting me, an Xbox player, enjoy their first-party games day one on Xbox and other platforms. Look at Xbox, they're so good. They're the good guys. They're letting people play their published games day one, because Microsoft Gaming is so altruistic. They're so wonderful. Thank you, dear leader Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond and Matt Booty. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. Fuck you. Fuck off. Hate this shit. It's not PlayStation's or Nintendo's fault, Xbox, that you are so dog shit at selling games. So don't try to make this out like it's everybody's problem that exclusives are bad. No, it's your problem because nobody wants to buy your exclusives. Or at least that's maybe what you thought at one point, because that was the reason you introduced Game Pass, because no one was buying your fucking console enough to the point where you had to literally go, hey, we're gonna put all of our games on this subscription service that's dirt fucking cheap day one, and you get it on console and PC. What does that say? I don't see PlayStation and Nintendo losing confidence in their exclusives. I don't see that. Day one, a lot of these games, these big tentpole games from PlayStation and Nintendo, boom, day one, you only get it on one console. And then it changed from that to, this is an Xbox, where everything that you own is an Xbox. Your PC is an Xbox. Your iPad is an Xbox. Your fucking thermal mug is an Xbox. Your dildo is an Xbox. And now it's once again changed to, this is how we play now. Which sounds like a threat. It sounds like a threat. It sounds like Xbox is coming up to me and putting a knife to my throat and going, this is how we play now. It really is the look at me, I'm the captain now kind of shit from Xbox. Like, whoever came up with that slogan in Xbox's marketing team, wow. I hope they get fired, because that is not the positive message that you think it sounds like, Xbox marketing people there. And I said this earlier in the video, but I really am almost convinced that Satya Nadella just hates Xbox at this point. He hates Xbox every day. It's like he has Xbox painted into his toilet just so he can take a piss in his toilet and literally pee on Xbox's image. Look, I'm being silly, but I'm dead serious when I say I'm almost convinced that he hates Xbox. How else do you explain this total self-immolation of this brand and their identity over the past few years? I'm making fun of Xbox because they say stupid shit, but truth be told, and I've said this before, I wanted Xbox to be competitive. I don't like seeing PlayStation be basically like the dominant force in console gaming right now that isn't Nintendo. I want more competition. I wanted Xbox to be competitive. I wanted Xbox to buy all of these studios, not Activision before they got really fucking handsy and greedy with that. I wanted them to take this library of new exclusives that they were going to make and beat the shit out of PlayStation so PlayStation could stop being arrogant and stupid and start doing better. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Instead, Xbox got right, you know how like in blackjack, they got right to 20. And rather than staying and taking their bet with the dealer going for a 21, they said, hit me. And the dealer went, are you sure you want to do that? And that last card was Activision Blizzard. And Xbox said, yeah, go ahead and hit me. And then they got hit and they fucking crapped out and the dealer won. And ever since swallowing up Activision Blizzard, Xbox has decimated every single advantage that they might have had over PlayStation. Every advantage. Gone. How do you do that? How do you do that? And it's not like PlayStation has really changed anything besides like a price increase. This is all you. This is you thinking Fortnite Crew and fucking Ubisoft Classics, which by the way is available in the mid-tier subscription service of PlayStation Plus on PlayStation, by the way. They don't need to pay $360 a year to get Ubisoft Plus. It's there in the mid-tier one. But no, we need to get Fortnite Crew. We need to have all of our loyal console players that enjoy Xbox, want Xbox games day one. Nope, you get bolted with fucking Fortnite Crew, even if you don't like Fortnite. Hope you enjoy that. $30, please, a month, so you can get Fortnite Crew that you're never gonna use, and play old ass Ubisoft games that go on sale for peanuts all the time. It's crazy. I mean, it is, man. Phil Spencer, other than like fucking taking Ozempic, clearly, he must be smoking some fucking good ass meth before going into these business meetings. He really must be lighting the fuck up, pulling out the crack pipe, the green crack pipe, lighting the fuck up and going into those business meetings and going, you know what would be your great idea is to have our most loyal console players, bend them over, spank them on the ass and make them cough up even more money because we are just that dog shit as a fucking console brand. We are that useless now. Every advantage that they had. I will say the one thing that Xbox still does better than PlayStation is custom controllers, special edition ones. That I will say is the exception. Now that I'm thinking about it, the one exception I will give them. Everything else? Are you kidding me? Exclusives? No. Subscription service? No. Console pricing? No. A 2 terabyte Xbox is now more expensive than a PlayStation 5 Pro. And a PS5 Pro has 2 terabytes in it. And that doesn't even include the $360 that you have to give to Microsoft to get Xbox on your fucking console that you just spent like $700, $800 on now. Because, tariffs, you know, that worked once with these tariffs. Tariffs are shit. I don't want them. No one wants them. But fine, whatever. I'll let you have the one. You get to play your one tariff card with me. And they already played it. And then they played it again. And I go, no, you're Microsoft. You are the company that has invested $80 billion into chasing the AI gold rush. You're fucking making trillions of dollars a year. You just laid off a shitload of people again, by the way, at Microsoft and Xbox. So no, I really don't think, especially like when you do not at all have the market share to be demanding that people pay more for your consoles. Because you know what's gonna happen? People are just gonna stop selling your consoles, like what's been happening. Like what's been happening with Costco and Sam's Club. Man, I just really feel sorry for Xbox loyalists. I really do. These guys are like the soldiers during World War II who were like isolated on an island for years after the war ended. And then they were found and they still thought World War II was a thing. These people that just year after year contorted themselves into like fucking Cirque du Soleil to fucking follow the marching orders of their dear leader Phil Spencer and his corpo ilk. Gave him the script, went on Twitter, told their friends these are the messages that Xbox is giving me that I must now send out to the world as the apostles of my dear leader Phil Spencer. It's fucking over. It's over, Johnny. It's over. And like I said, one of the advantages that I was hoping they were going to have this generation was the lineup of games. And I'm just going to be honest, I have not at all been that impressed with Xbox's games this generation. I think I said this in the last video, I think, when I was talking about Doom the Dark Ages, where I said, I have just not been impressed with Xbox's lineup this generation. To be perfectly honest, I just think they've had exceptions. They've had Hi-Fi Rush, which I really like. They had Pentiment, I like that. Psychonauts 2, I like that. Forza Horizon 5, I like that. Everything else that I've played from them this generation has ranged from mediocre to just awful. Really awful. Like, I really think Hellblade 2 might be the worst game I've played this generation. Now that I've had time to think about it. And that took how long to come out? And you bought Ninja Theory for that? You bought Ninja Theory to make that? And then have them make an AI version of their failed live service game to promote your AI services? That's what you bought Ninja Theory for? To do that? You bought Compulsion for South of Midnight? Are you serious? You allowed Arcane Austin to complete and release Redfall? Another game that is trash? And then shut them down? What are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you? Look, you know, I complain about PlayStation all the time, and I will continue to complain about PlayStation this gen because they have made really stupid decisions. At least I get something like Death Stranding 2 out of them on a somewhat consistent basis. I get something like Astrobot out of them. Fine, they do dumb shit in this live service initiative, but then I get something like Astrobot. I get something like Death Stranding 2. I get something like God of War Ragnarok. I get something like Helldivers 2. I still get cool shit from them. Getting cool shit from Xbox feels like it's like the same thing as walking outside and seeing a fucking unicorn farting rainbows walk by my house. It rarely happens these days. And you know what sucks too is that Xbox has gone so long without having a clear identity for a long time. And this is where this exclusives thing came from, because I really thought them being the safe harbor for creativity was going to be this thing, was going to be their thing. And that's a great thing to have, in my opinion. That's a great niche to have. We're going to be the weird console manufacturer. You know, PlayStation used to be the weird one. PlayStation used to be the risky one. Now they're not. Now they're safe. They play it very safe with their games. When they're not trying to make outrageously stupid bets with live services. Then they can be risky as shit with that, and somehow that's okay, but they can't do that with their single player games a lot of the time. We're not going to be Nintendo that focuses mainly on a family-friendly market. We're going to be the weird console manufacturer. We're going to buy just completely like dissonant things like Oblivion and Double Fine and Bethesda and Ninja Theory and Compulsion and In Exile, and we're gonna give you this large blend of IP and genres and just weird experimental things. And don't worry, we have Game Pass, because that's gonna subsidize everything, because we're Microsoft, we can do that. We're the safe harbor for creativity. That was gonna be their thing. And then they bought Activision Blizzard, and that went out the fucking window. And a lot of this makes sense because a lot of these decisions that Xbox is making over the last few years or recently this year, this is Activision Blizzard thinking. Activision Blizzard have taken over Xbox from the inside. It's like a parasite. It's like in a Resident Evil 5 when Jill had the fucking like thing around her chest. The Ouroboros or whatever it was. It's been a long time since I played RE5, but the Ouroboros thing that Wesker put on her, that's Xbox these days. That! Jill from Resident Evil 5 with that thing around her chest. And that thing is Activision Blizzard and the higher-ups at Microsoft, including, I'm gonna literally piss on Xbox's brand image, Satya Nadella. Now, what is Xbox? It's just a blob. It's just, it's not even Xbox, it's Microsoft Gaming. The blob of IP. And where they're gonna hoard IPs like Smaug and his treasure. And we're just gonna consume, we're gonna kill and consume. Their key exclusive is a subscription service. Their key exclusive is disappointment. I have never seen something like the self-immolation of Xbox over this last like 10 plus years. And it has been, you know, I've made comparisons to, you know, how Concord was like watching the Hindenburg blow up. This is like watching a planet explode. And you know what the saddest part about all this is? Is that it's not even over. This isn't even the end. Because this, a lot of this was leaked before these announcements were made, and a lot of it was dead on. Some of the things that were included in that leak included things like Xbox Cloud Gaming with ads, ad-supported versions of Game Pass. And then there was also a rumor that they're going to start bringing tiers to PC Game Pass. Because PC Game Pass, if you have a PC and you want to do Game Pass, that's the way to do it. Fuck the console one. You want to get Game Pass day one games? Don't give a shit about Fortnite. Don't give a shit about Ubisoft Plus. That's where you go. PC Game Pass. There are rumors that that's going to turn into a tiered subscription. And I wonder, and you can bet your ass that the highest tier on PC Game Pass is going to be the only one that has day one games. So this is what you have to look forward to now. You have ads with Xbox Cloud Gaming, where you get to play for up to 5 hours free each month, according to people. I can totally see you booting up Sekiro on Game Cloud, or Cloud Game, whatever the fuck they call it, and then booting it up and going, you know, I'm gonna go fight Genichiro again, because I died a lot to him today. But first, I gotta watch this 3-minute Manscaped ad, while links to it to buy their products are shoved in my face that link to Amazon, before I go fight Genichiro and Sekiro. Anyway. I've run out of gas talking about this. Xbox is just completely useless now. I guess I'll call the video that, because I was like, what am I gonna call this damn thing? Xbox is completely useless. It's true. It really is true. Unless you are spending tons of time playing AAA games, each year, completing them. I guess that's the only way you can justify paying $360 a year on consoles for Game Pass. But if you're not, it's cheaper to just find the shit that you want to buy it, and then wait for things on sale. That's all I gotta say. Just, man, oh man.